Hello everyone, my name is Luciano Oliveira. I am a Brazilian attorney, and today I'm going to be answering this question. Are there any limits to the amount of money I can send to Brazil? Well, there is no set limit. In theory, you could send a $1 billion transfer to Brazil if you had the money, of course. The thing is, up to $10,000, there is a bunch of website apps that are going to allow you to send this money to Brazil without much paperwork. They may ask you for an ID, you upload like a passport or a driver license. Maybe they're going to ask you for your tax ID in your country of origin, or they're going to ask for the tax ID of the Brazilian recipient. But that's pretty much it for, again, up to $10,000. When you cross the $10,000 threshold though, you're mostly gonna have to work with banks, because the apps, once they cross the 10,000 threshold, they don't want to get entangled in all the compliance paperwork required. So most apps, they actually do not allow you to send more than $10,000 to Brazil. And that's why some people believe $10,000 is a limit, but it's not a limit. That's a limit of how much money you can send without providing explanations, right? So when you work with banks, all you gotta do is to have proper documentation to support the reason why you're sending the money. For instance, are you buying a property? If you're buying a property, you can show, the purchase agreement, you can show the property deed, and you can show other paperwork to show to the bank that you're buying a property, and that's why you send the money. Now you're explaining the reason for sending the money. And then you also need to explain the source of funds. So it's pretty common for Brazilian banks, which are the banks that are going to release your funds or not, to ask you for tax returns for both the sender and the receiver, right? Sometimes clients, they ask us, but is this really necessary? And in every single currency exchange transaction we advise on, the banks do ask for a tax return. So that's something important for you to know. If you're sending more money, you're going to need to provide a bunch of documents, okay? Some people, because of such difficulties, they are going to send the money in tranches. They're going to send like several transfers to avoid the $10,000 limit. But this is a crime. This is a crime in the US, this is a crime in Brazil, and it's probably a crime in other countries as well. When you send like a bunch of transactions under a certain amount to avoid the detection, this is a crime that is qualified as a crime. There is a specific law and code in Brazil, in the US, in other countries. So just make sure you avoid doing that. Instead, try to send, if less than $10,000, you can use an app. If you're sending more than $10,000, you gotta do things officially through a bank. And in Brazil, we recommend different currency exchange banks. If you are curious about the rates or how we can help you with that, just send us an email and we are gonna explain to you in details how we can help. I hope this information was helpful. If you like, follow us for more videos, and see you in the next video.